Alright guys, this is like the third time I'm shooting this video, so it's gonna be, I think I'm gonna be able to condense it for you. But anyways, here's my thoughts about Pacquiao and Bradley. Pacquiao's gonna win this fight. And I'm gonna tell you why. Quickly. Arum, just like he did for Miguel Cotto, after Miguel lost to Margarito, and I'm not suggesting that Arum set that up, even though that's possible, but I don't think, that he authorized Margarito or told Margarito to use illegal hand wraps and beat the shit out of Cotto. I don't think so. I think he likes Cotto, to be honest with you, but that's kind of on a side note. Anyhow, but what does Arum do? He takes full advantage of the situation. So what does he do with Margarito? Well, first of all, he knows that the public's going to want to see a revenge fight of Cotto fighting Margarito again and Cotto beating the shit out of Margarito. That's what we want to see, right? That's what Arum's going to deliver. That's what I'm talking about in some of my comments about Arum being a master planner as opposed to De La Hoya, who does listen to the public and tries to create the matchups that the public thinks they want to see. But Arum kind of delivers more of what he knows the public's going to like. I don't know. I'm sure anyone could pick that apart and make arguments, but hear me out. So what does he do with Margarito after Cotto? He gives him a fight with Mosley. Mosley knocks him the fuck out. He puts him in there with Pacquiao. Pacquiao beats the shit out of him to the point where Pacquiao's like looking over to the side at the ref saying, "How much longer do you want me to beat the shit out of this guy? You want me to kill him in the ring?" He softens him up, puts him back in with Cotto. Cotto pretty much beats the shit out of him for the early part of the fight. Some argue that Margarito was getting his footing. No doubt Margarito's a tough guy. I mean, that trainer in Oxnard, he's no joke. He prepared him well as best he could, given Margarito's limited skills. That being said, Cotto beat him up, got the win, and the public got what they wanted. Now, same goes for Pacquiao. Look, Bradley went to Arum because Bradley needed to make himself known. And Arum helped him do that by stuck him in there with Casamayor. He made Bradley look good against an old veteran. Not that Bradley needs to be made to look good because Bradley is a good fighter, but he, for whatever reason, doesn't command control of the spotlight. For whatever reason. He hasn't been promoted properly. I don't know. Something about his personality. I don't know. Anyhow, Arum says, okay, I got a guy with a lot of talent here that just needs to be known. So he gives him Casamayor. He gets an impressive win against Casamayor. Then he sticks him in with Pacquiao. I think it's the next fight. And he gives him a win against Pacquiao. So now he's really well known, right? So now he gives him some money fights, but they're tough fights again. They're two fights that go the distance. That one against Provodnikov, however you pronounce his name, he got the shit kicked out of him, even though he got the win. But, and then he fought, he put him together with, what's his name? The guy that fought Pacquiao 4 times, Marquez. And Marquez, that was another tough fight, 12-rounder, that he got the split decision, which he needed to get in order to get back in the ring with Pacquiao, because if he lost that fight, it wasn't going to look right. So he gets the split decision against Marquez. And now, what does he do with Pacquiao? He gives Pacquiao easy fights. I know he went back in with Marquez. That was a big money fight to be made. He loses. But what does he do? He sticks him in with Brandon Rios, who, if you know boxing, you know Brandon Rios can't box to save his life. I mean, even with the Oxnard trainer, that guy made a name for himself for saying fuck 2,000 times in the Margarito videos prior to the Pacquiao fight. That's how he got known. He has that punk persona and fights toe to toe. Arum took advantage of that. sticks him in there with Pacquiao. He's no match for Pacquiao. Pacquiao fucks him up. Easy job. Goes to Macau. Gets some worldwide attention. Now's the revenge fight. You got to set Pacquiao up for the potential Mayweather fight. I know everybody's saying it's never going to happen, blah, 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 blah. Look, Pacquiao needs an impressive win, or one, at least a win that sort of looks that appears to be impressive, in order to get bargaining back, his bargaining ability back for the Mayweather fight. It's not about preparing him for that fight. I'm fairly certain he's going to lose, even though I have gained some respect for Pacquiao's style being one that could potentially give Mayweather some problems. But that still being said, I think Mayweather will win, and win convincingly. Still, there's no way Arum is going to, as unlikely as he is to make that fight, he sure as hell isn't going to take a raw deal for that fight. I mean, I think that'll be, potentially the end of Pacquiao's career. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a rematch, but I think Mayweather will beat him twice. Anyhow, in order to be in a position to warrant trying to bargain for a minimum of 50% in that fight, Pacquiao's got to be back, gain the favor of the public back. And a way to do that is to beat a guy that got a win against him, who the public now sees is very talented, and avenge his loss. And that's exactly what he's going to do. I highly doubt Bradley is going to win this fight. I just don't think it's going to happen. There's no way. It doesn't make sense in the story, in the theme. I could be wrong, but that's the way I feel. So Pacquiao wins, Bradley loses. And, Arum will set Bradley back up again for some big fights. I'm pretty sure of it. But unless he wants to retire. But, Brett, you go to Arum. Arum will give you the money, but you're going to be subject to what he wants, the plan, the path that he creates for you. You don't create the path for yourself. Arum creates it for you. And you'll get some money along the way. Probably not as much as you should, but as a boxer might. But Pacquiao's going to win this fight. And then all the talk will come back to Pacquiao versus Mayweather. And the public will strongly demand it. And there'll be pressure on Mayweather to give up more than he'll want to. And Showtime might add some pressure. And as much as he won't want to, he might do it. And then he'll say he'll do it. He didn't want to do it, but now because of that, it's going to give him strong reason to want to knock Pacquiao the hell out. So everyone's going to tune in, and I think he's going to do it. I think he will do it. I think he'll beat Pacquiao something silly. But Pacquiao does pose somewhat of a threat, but we'll get to that when it comes.